You are now part of a social experiment.
See now where my limit is. Only got no ohs.
What is that like experience like, just, passing through New York City and
Oof.
and seeing yourself in a billboard, man?
Oof. When I will never forget the first time, the first photo shoot I did, I was on a shirt. So that alone was already like, wow, I'm already in the brochure and I'm on the shirt. I waited 3 years to be called for a photo shoot, which is a big moment for a dancer, because then your picture, you get more visibility and people get to see you all over.
Hmm.
But then I will never forget in 2016, sorry. So the year of 2016, 2017, that season, I was on the main poster, the city center poster, what we call our season poster.
Hmm.
And that image was everywhere, buses, trains, train stations, every city on the US tour, everywhere in New York. And it's just overwhelming. And you look back and you're like, wow, thank God I never gave up. Thank you for the hard work that I've been putting in, and yeah, so it's always a big moment for me when I see my picture all over the US and all over the world, actually, because then I had several other images and posters in Europe and on tour, Germany, France, Copenhagen, several in Copenhagen. And it's an honor to be
Indeed.
the face of this company.
Indeed, man, indeed. So another component that you added on to your repertoire was choreography and design and dance and pieces. So, you're coming from being a dancer and people already having choreography established for you, and you're learning and developing that. What has been your experience creating your own choreography, and what inspires it?
So growing up in France-Guyana, I was always interested in making movement. Not only I was dancing, but I was always trying to find ways to make ballets, even if it was short, help other students with some of their solos or groups. So I've always been inspired by music as well. So choreography was always in me at a very young age. I developed it more and more, especially when I moved to New York City, getting a chance to choreograph on myself, getting a chance to choreograph every year when I went back to French Guiana to help students as well. So I was choreographing a lot of students
Mhm.
in my dance studio, which was great. Getting a chance to choreograph in Jamaica. So yeah, I've always enjoyed choreographing, teaching, and then choreographing on myself for different shows, and especially I will never forget the what we call the Ailey on Ailey, which is a performance where Ailey dancers can get a chance to choreograph on our coworkers, on other dancers. So this is a benefit performance that used to happen every 2 or 3 years. So it depends on the timings. So, but when we do it, I remember choreographing twice and several times on for several dancers. That was exciting. I've gotten some good feedbacks from it, and I will always remember. I think it was the Ailey on Ailey of 2018 when I created a duet called Saa Magni on two of my coworkers, two friends and dancers in the company. They got a chance to perform it, and they were like, people sent me messages, and people told me how beautiful the ballet was, and that just made me want to create more. And actually, that duet became a part of the repertory of Ailey II, the junior company. The director at the time, Troy Powell, asked to commission that duet
Mhm.
for the company, and it was such a big moment that got my work out there. And yeah, so that was something that I will never forget, and that I definitely want to keep working on and push. Yeah.
Thank you for that, man. You also mentioned too, like dancing has played a big role in your own mental health and other people's mental health. I mean, people are coming and saying that, you know, you're helping them with their depression or whatever it is that they're going through, just watching you perform and watching your pieces. What is it that you get from your own performances, designing your own choreography and dancing? And then what is it that you hope that people get from watching you?
There's a sense of freedom when I express myself on stage, when I dance. I love being able to communicate with the audience, to give an emotion, to tell a story. What I hope is that the audience receives it and feel uplifted and feel inspired by my performance, feel the joy from my dancing that I'm giving to the audience. And I always make sure that no matter what I'm going through, that I bring beauty to the world, that I bring beauty and excellence to the audience, no matter where we are in the world, no matter where we perform, no matter how tired I am, that keep that integrity and that love for dance and that passion that I give to others. That's what I feel. That passion. I'm a very passionate person when I'm on stage, and I hope people receive that. And I also believe that dance is healing. It definitely can take your pain away,
Mm,
whatever pain is. Of course, certain pains cannot be taken away just like that, but dancing helps. I will never forget when we came back from the pandemic. COVID was such a terrible moment for us as dancers, and we
mm,
just kept dancing and we kept moving, even if it was on Zoom, even if it was through virtual seasons and virtual performances, we had to reinvent ourselves. But we realized how important dancing was when we came back after COVID. People, during COVID, when we presented off that, people wanted us to express ourselves. People wanted to see Alvin Ailey. Messages every time I posted a video on my social media during COVID, people were like, "Wow, thank you for that, my daughter or my sons or my kids, and thank you for the inspiration, and we need that." And it felt even more, you know it felt even bigger when we came back after COVID. And that's how important dance is.
Recently, you did something in 2022 with Vogue and dancing with Vogue and choreography for them. And, you know, there were a lot of artists and people in the building, Kanye, Serena,
Oh,
you know, a lot of celebrities in the building and things like that. So what was that experience like for you working with Vogue and, you know, some of these high level people that looking into, you know, your work in the dance world?
it was such an amazing experience. I For that project, I was actually not the choreographer, but I was one of the dancers involved in that.
Hmm.
Working with the entire team, it felt like a dream come true. I never thought that I was going to be able to dance for Vogue during New York Fashion Week outdoors. I'm talking about Anna Wintour watching and Lil Nas X performing and all these celebrities, Serena Williams walking. It was insane. It was insane, but I've made some great connections. Being an artist, you got to keep making connections, and that's important. But I never forget how exciting that experience was. Yeah.
Mm. So, you know, a lot of young people are watching you, they're watching your performances, specifically Black kids that are looking for their space in dance, that have a passion for dance, that want to make it out there. What advice would you give to those kids that want to pursue a life of dance?
To believe in yourself, even if you fall, you're gonna get back up. To keep working hard, and to never give up. Dance is very difficult, it's very competitive, and it's very challenging. But I believe that everybody is unique and everybody has something to say. Everybody has something beautiful to say. And as long as you keep mastering that, whatever you have, you keep working on whatever you have, and to be excellent at what you do, you will succeed.
Mm,
And that's what I say to young dancers, stop comparing yourself to others. Stay true to what you bring, stay true to who you are, and people will see you. People will see that light that you bring.
favorite celebrities that have supported or come through or, you know, watched you perform?
That's a good one because let me tell you, Beyonce, I've met her several times. She came a couple times to see Alvin Ailey, but definitely the year 2017 when she came in LA, in Los Angeles to see us perform. I will never forget. I was surprised. I was shocked that she even showed up. She came backstage. I was able to talk to her, give her a poster. That was actually my picture. That was the year of my poster. So it was a big moment for me. She's so gracious, and it's one of my biggest memories. Yeah, biggest moment with a celebrity. Beyonce, of course, I've had other opportunities to meet different celebrities. Yeah, Oprah and oh yes, Barack and Michelle Obama in 2009. Michelle came back the following year to see us perform in Washington, D.C. So whoa, when I saw them, it was such a powerful moment. This little boy from French Guiana seeing the president just elected in 2009, in February. I will never forget, at the Kennedy Center, he came to see Alvin Ailey, and wow, such a big moment for the company, for everybody that was in the audience. We didn't even know that was going to happen. Of course, the security was there. There was strict security. They came backstage to say hello, to hug and shake hands and share a couple words. And yeah, I was very young, and it meant a lot for me.
So every day I'm going hard. I'm talking business, bank accounts, and credit cards. And somehow we defeat the odds and making sure that no one starved illegal or you had a job.